Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make this circle skirt that I wore on my trip to Jamaica. To get started, I'm folding my fabric so that there are 4 layers, which simply means to fold the fabric twice. I'm going to place the pattern on top of the fabric, making sure I'm lining up where it indicates folded on top of the folded side of the fabric. After cutting out the body of the skirt, this is what it should look like. Now I'm going to cut through one of the folded side, and this is going to indicate the back of the skirt. After cutting it out, you'll see that the center forms a circle, and I'm guessing that's how they formed the name a circle skirt. However, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the body as is, just to show you what it's going to look like. The waist is a little bit big, but that's fine because I am going to base the waist to fit the waistband. The length is also a little bit too long for me, but I am going to show you in this video how to cut down the length. I also used the measurements from the pattern to cut out the waistband as well as a pellon interfacing the same size of the waist. Now I'm going to iron down the pellon on the wrong side of the fabric, making sure the gritty side is the part that's touching the wrong side. Now, on the longer side of the waistband, I'm going to fold over 1/2 inch and iron that down. Then I'm going to fold the waistband in half, still leaving the raw edge on one of the sides. Now, once you open up the waistband, you'll see the crease in the center like this. Before attaching the waistband to the body of the skirt, what I'm going to do is to hem the sides of the back of the skirt with the opening where I'm going to put the zipper as well as the waistband. Of course, you can use an overlocker or a serger for this, but I'm just going to use the zigzag stitch on my sewing machine, and I'm going to show you what it looks like once I'm done. This is what it looks like once I'm done. Now I'm going to move on to the waist of the skirt. As I previously mentioned, the waist is a little bit big, so I'm going to be using a base stitch in order to gather the waist. You can either do this by hand or use a sewing machine. In this video, as you can see, I am using a hand needle and thread to base it with my hands. By gathering the waist, it should now match the length of the waistband, which is the same as the circumference as my waist, plus 1 inch for the seam allowance where I'm going to be adding the zipper. Now I can pin the waistband onto the waist, making sure the right sides are facing each other, and then I'm going to take that over to my sewing machine, sewn with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now, to cut down the length of the skirt, I folded it back to the position when I originally cut out the circle skirt. This may be a little bit difficult because the waistband is already placed on the skirt, but I just did this the best I could. So now, once I've gotten it folded back into that position, I'm going to make 2-inch dots around that half circle, and then at the end I can fill it in. Once I fill it in, then I went ahead and cut off 2 inches from the bottom up. Now Now, let's move on to inserting the zipper. So this may be a little bit confusing for you if this is your first time working with a zipper, but it is really easy once you've done it once, and I do have another in-depth video on how to insert a zipper. So you can check that out and then come back to this video. So you want to place the zipper right side to right side. So right side of the zipper facing the right side of the fabric. On top where that metal piece start on the zipper, you want that to be exactly where the crease is in the center of where the waistband is going to be folded. Now I'm pinning that down to the fabric, but I'm going to take an extra step and just hand sew the zipper onto the fabric, just so nothing is out of place and that it is going to be sewn on right. After doing this, I'm going to try the skirt on and just show you how it looks with the hand sewn zipper. Now, this is a very important step. Once you get to where the waistband is attached to the body of the skirt, fold over the waistband and continue sewing all the way to the end. Now, this is what the skirt looks like with the hand sewn zipper. Now, let's take it over to the sewing machine. To make it easier for you, change that foot out to a zipper foot. I did not do that. As you can see, it can still be done without. It just makes it easier if you have the right zipper foot on the sewing machine. Of course, once you are getting started, make sure you are back stitching. As you can see, I am sewing as close to the chain as possible and just pulling the slider as I do so. I am going to continue that straight stitch until I get to the end of the waistband, making sure I'm back stitching as well. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to cut off the excess thread and the threading that I used to hand sew on the zipper. Then I'm going to fold over the waistband. That way the interfacing does not show. After folding the waistband over, I'm going to go ahead and top stitch the bottom of the waistband. Now I'm going to pin the area below the zipper right side facing each other, and then I am going to sew from the bottom of the zipper all the way down to the hemline.
I wanted to see the real thing for myself.
Now I'm going to open that seam under the zipper and just iron it flat, and this just makes it look so much better. While the iron is out, I'm just going to iron out any the wrinkles or creases that I have on the bottom of the skirt. I do want to point out that I did use the zigzag stitch on my sewing machine to hem up the bottom of the skirt the same way I did the waistline. Now I'm turning up the hem 1/2 inch and then I'm going to stitch that flat. This is what the skirt looks like in the end. I hope today's tutorial was helpful. Don't forget to comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And of course, all the products used are going to be tagged in the description box below, as well as the pattern.